right, you just finished up round one. You're sitting at the top of the leaderboard. What does it mean to come out here on day one and have the success that you did on the course?
It's a great start. I wasn't expecting quite a start like that. I hadn't been playing too well the last couple of weeks, to be honest. But this game, you just never know when things are going to click. And so it was fun. My parents got to come out yesterday. It's been very windy the last 3 days, as we've all known. I know you've been about blown out over here, but it's nice to kind of get out early. The wind was down, the greens are perfect, and the course is just meticulous. So it's fun to make some birdies and get going.
Yeah, and when you have success on the first day of a tournament, how do you approach the second day and really hone in on making the cut?
Yeah, well, you hopefully don't think about making the cut. You want to try and just stay on top of the leaderboard. But honestly, the key is to stay aggressive and to continue to try and make birdies. Sometimes, and I've learned this as I've done this a while, if you play too conservatively sometimes, and especially if you're playing well, like you need to take advantage of those moments and really attack. And so it's trying to keep pushing, keep trying to make birdies and try and stay on top.
Speaking of birdies, 6 of those in round one. What did you like today, and what did you feel like you could take advantage of on this course?
Yeah, well, getting out first, the greens are perfect, literally, because no one's played in front of you. But the wind was down, so I was able to kind of attack some pins that maybe I wouldn't have been able to if it was 15, 20 mile an hour winds like it has been the past few days. But just hit it nicely, drove it great, and you make putts. Someone's going to shoot low out here.
Yeah, and looking back at some quotes from you, you said you remember the losses, the wins, and when you're in the hunt, you're in the hunt after round one. So what does it mean to just come out here and really know that you're competing in the Wells Fargo Championship?
Tomorrow's going to be fun. It's going to have an afternoon tee time. Definitely the crowds will start to grow out here, and the energy will continue to excel, and by the weekend it'll be rocking. So that I enjoy being in those moments and playing. Obviously sometimes you do great and sometimes you don't, but you do remember those moments and those opportunities you have. So you just got to try and grasp them and attack when you can.
And with this event being a designated event this year, obviously a stacked group of guys out here competing, but what does it mean to have this tournament specifically be designated and playing for that big purse?
Yeah, you nailed it perfectly. It's the best of the best, and the purse is obviously nice. The FedEx points are huge, and world ranking points for us are where it's at. This is the tournament to be at, especially this week. So just got to do what you can and try and keep her going and see what happens come Sunday.
You mentioned friends, family, getting to be out here. A lot of folks living in North Carolina. So what does it mean when there's a tournament where they can easily get to and come out and support you?
Yeah, it's huge. It really is. My parents being a few hours away, and my sister as well, and my best friend, I stay with him about 20 minutes away here in Longview, Paul. And so it's just it's a lot of fun for me. Being a Dookie, I get harassed by a lot of Carolina folk and NC State folk, so I'm okay with that. But I'm going to come back at you. I'm going to come back at you with Coach K stuff or Duke stuff, but it's all good. I love being here in North Carolina.
Yeah, lots to be proud of when you're a Blue Devil, and just looking over your career, a true story of underdog, resiliency, and now 14 years on the tour, as you mentioned before this interview. Just looking at your story, to be out here competing in this tournament, to have the success that you've had, 2 PGA Tour wins, what does it all mean to you?
Yeah, well, it goes fast, I'll tell you that. Gosh, I spent 6 years living in my car on the mini tours after I graduated from Duke, and now I've been out here since '07, but it goes fast. It's a funny cycle. At first it was just me and my wife, and then we have 2 kids, and then they were traveling with me. But now they have activities, so now it's kind of me by myself again. So I'm kind of like the old guy to a lot of these young, but that's fun too. It's kind of like mentoring and being the big brother. They call me Gramps sometimes, which I don't appreciate. It's gray hair. But kind of like mentor and be a big brother to a lot of these guys and take them to dinners and try and help them with life stuff and golf stuff and tour stuff and just be present. So it's kind of all we can do is be present where we are. And I'm enjoying that role for now.
Yeah, and I have to ask one final question. I was scrolling through your Twitter. Did I see one of the kids taking some golf lessons? Do we have a future golfer in the family?
Red's got some potential. Yeah, we'll see. He doesn't listen to me very well. Doesn't think I know what I'm talking about, which I would imagine a 7-year-old boy would think that.
Right.
So I got to give him a lesson from a friend of mine. But one day he'll listen.
So he won't take Dad's advice, so you'll have to get a friend to help out.
Yeah, exactly.
He'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate your time.
My
Congrats
pleasure.
on the success today, and we look forward to seeing you compete the rest of the tournament.
Great. Thank you.
Thanks.